Welcome back to Debatable, ladies and gentlemen. I'm your host, Sir John L. Ace, Esquire, MD, Notary Republic. Today, we are going to be debating and making the definitive top 10 list for TGIF shows, ladies and gentlemen. I got excited for this because I thought we were talking about the restaurant. Great wings, great mozzarella sticks. It doesn't exist up here anymore. I think they all closed, and that makes me sad.
There's no TGI Fridays.
No, man, they're gone. We looked for it a long time. Me and Tim went
Shout
on a
out to
hunt
the
for
potato skins or whatever.
Shout out to the potatoes.
They do that bourbon Jack burger.
Oh yeah, they got the bourbon Jack wings.
Oh yeah,
Tasty.
I don't think I ever ate it at Fridays. Won't lie.
Well, I'm sorry. You know what? You didn't miss much. Joining me today, guests on the show to debate and fight and just have fun. Mr. Greg Miller.
I'm back,
Joey
everybody.
Noel. How you doing? Back from his win, hot off your win.
My perfect game.
Just perfect game against Kevin.
Kevin sucks. Who sucks? Kevin sucks. Kevin doesn't know Kevin Smith movies.
We've got Kevin over there in the wings who lost, and then Barrett, who I believe won last week.
Yeah, dude!
And who has been personally responsible for me listening to nothing but the pop punk playlist on Spotify.
Yeah!
Which I think it's called
It's a
All
great
Pop
playlist.
Punk Playlist or what, I don't know. But I get Andy in the car and he starts singing. I'm like, maybe now Andy will like me. You know? Like maybe this will get Andy to like me.
Yeah.
That'll be
You
the
know.
thing that finally wins
But-
moments.
You guys work so often together.
Well, just
KFA,
once or
actually,
twice
huh?
here and there. I saw him in Kansas. It was good to see you in Kansas City.
I didn't see
It was
you in
great.
Kansas
Oh,
City.
you didn't see me in Kansas? There was three of me. Yeah,
Oh,
there was a lot
one
of
of
me.
those was the real Johnny.
Yeah, somebody was cosplaying. A couple other guys are cosplaying as me, but
Catch
it's
Me
awesome.
If You Can, the intro.
And the great
Sure.
thing is, we're going to
That's a
be in
great
New York.
reference.
We'll be in New York this weekend, Saturday afternoon at.
Ease Bar,
in
Morningside Heights.
That's
Excuse me,
great.
he pointed to me.
He pointed
It's
over here, and
not
I just like helping Johnny
Are
out
you
whenever I
coming?
can.
Are you coming to
But
New York?
I don't know
It's
if
like-
I'm going to be there or not.
I just
That
like
depends on
helping
the
Johnny
people
out.
who want to buy a red shirt and these headbands and glasses and go as
Sweatbands, too.
anyone can be John L. Ace, Esquire, Notary Republic.
Anyone can wear the mask,
very
just like
true.
you do, Nick.
It's very true. How excited are we to be debating the TGIF shows from my youth?
Your youth too? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay,
Well, John, I mean, I'm timeless, but let's be perfectly honest.
It's that thing, John. TGIF holds a special place in everyone's heart from
Yeah.
if you grew up in the
Yeah,
90s.
of course.
You know what I mean? And I think it's about time we came in and made the definitive list. So I'm excited to be a part of it.
What's fun is, too, looking through them,
Not
really
10.
only 10 shows. There's gonna have to be a stretch. I mean, we're looking through a lot of the submissions over on patreon.com/kindafunny if you want to be a part of the show. Remember, you can submit your own ideas over there and some trivia questions for us. Looking through some of those, a lot of overlap is what I'm gonna say.
Sure.
And I don't want to start spoiling it for you, but you both have your work cut out for you today. And what I like to say over in jolly old England where I live, when I play Wimbledon, ranked top 10, is that the harder something is, the easier it is. You see what I'm saying? The harder it is, the easier it is, the more fun it is, ladies and gentlemen. Of course, this episode of Debatable is brought to you by Quip and Mint Mobile, but we'll get to that later. Let's get right into the game. Round one. Let's see, who wants to go? Joey, you're new to the show. Why don't you go first? What is your first pick? Oh, I actually explain how the rounds work for people who haven't watched it. I apologize. Each contestant's going to bring 5 picks to the top 10 list. Round one, points are awarded if you get your pick in the top 5. 1 point for each pick that you get in there. So you really want to just, the top 10 list, great, but really it's about the top 5, Joe.
Yeah.
So if I can give you a little piece of advice here, okay?
Give it to me.
Here's what everyone always does, okay? Here's what they always do. They always hold their top pick in their pocket for later, and then the other guy picks it. And then I gotta put it at top 1.
Yeah.
So what I want you to do is come out of the gate real strong.
Okay.
Okay. If you got Britney Spears in your pocket,
Okay.
don't put Britney Spears in the corner. Do you understand me?
Nobody puts baby in a
Put her
corner.
right out number 1 on the list. What's your first pick?
Let me paint a picture for you, John.
Oh, I like
Let
this.
me paint a picture for
Ooh,
you.
a tapestry.
Imagine,
tapestries? The
imagine
tapestries.
a young Joey Noel. Just me, my parents working.
In this fantasy, can I come over for spend the night?
Yeah, totally.
Okay, cool.
Well, that's
100%.
something Nick likes to do a lot.
Oh, he's awesome.
They're pretty
Nick's
great.
Say hi to him next time. Good looking guy.
My parents both working, trying to make it all happen.
Trying to make the dream.
Mom goes into work super early. Dad goes into work late so they can trade off and not have me in daycare forever.
Sure.
On Fridays, my mom goes in super early, doesn't take a lunch because she knows TGIF is happening. She doesn't take lunch. She rushes from Brisbane all the way to San Jose
Yeah.
Wow.
to pick me up from daycare so we can stop at McDonald's, get some chicken nuggets,
Nice.
and be home
God, your mom
in
knows how to
time
fucking live.
for the #1 TGIF show, Full House.
Full house, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah!
So good they had to bring it back. You know what I mean?
I do.
So good. So, first of all,
Now here's the real question and this is for the judges out there. Okay. This is
You're the judge, Johnny.
No, Kevin and I'm just the ref. They're the judges.
There are no rules to this god-awful show.
Now let me ask you guys a question. Does Fuller House count as Full House?
No.
Absolutely, 100%.
It did not air on TGIF and has a different name.
But it is a TGIF show, Offspring. You see what I'm saying? Like if
But there's a lot of
the
other
Ace
random
Man
ones.
accidentally knocks up Miller here, and we have a little love baby, that's still part of my lineage. That's still half Italian, half brute.
Nick, my question. I'm sorry, Ace.
Give me a
My
little
question for you. Arrested Development. Is it just the first 3 seasons? You know?
Arrested Development is not a TGIF show.
No, I know
but
what I'm saying.
Full House is, and that's going at #1, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you.
That's going to be hard to
Thank you.
dethrone, Greg. That's going to be real hard to dethrone.
Setting our
Aunt Becky's going to jail.
Yes, she
All
is.
right?
Hot Aunt Becky. You know, she's dangerous now. She'll get your kid into college. What's she going to do? You know what I mean?
Get herself into the
Exactly,
pen, the big house.
Yeah, exactly.
And Becky, all about family.
It is all about family. All about Uncle Jesse.
All about Uncle Jesse.
John Stamos trumps it all. That's not go. Let's lock that in, Kevin. Let's put that in bold.
Oh,
lock it in.
You're being too bold.
Am I being
I
too
have,
bold?
I,
too
have
bold.
I have a question for you.
Objection. You can't ask questions of Johnny.
Yes, I can. Do you think that the 3 main characters in Full House are like a reimagining of the 3 main characters in 3 Men and a Baby? Like, do you see those?
I do.
The
I do.
Selick, the Gutenberg.
Joey, that's a great question that we should
Thank
waste
you.
some time on right now.
Thank
Because
you.
this show's not long enough as is.
No.
Of course, watching KFAF yesterday, the Ace's favorite show, the greatest show on the internet. So one of the Photoshop submissions was 3 Men and a Baby. They made Andy. They made me Nick Ted Danson rather. They made Andy Tom Selleck. Which, if I'm being honest, Nick's more of a Tom Selleck.
I agree.
Andy's more of a Gutenberg, and I would say that
little
Greg's
goofier.
more of a Ted Danson. If I'm being 100%
Fair.
honest.
I'll take it.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I wasn't sure how the insult was going to play out for you.
No.
there's any
Ted
insult
Danson
there.
was a G in that.
never
If you
know.
remember, Ted Danson was the one that was like hitting it all over town. Of course.
Sure. Oh, yeah.
Was he the painter?
He was.
Yeah, I think so.
No, I thought Gutenberg was the painter. Wasn't Gutenberg the one that paints the murals everywhere? Selleck
you're
was,
right, that does sound
Selleck was
right.
the architect, wasn't he?
Yeah.
I don't know why
Selleck.
we're talking about
Just
this,
fucking
but I will
Tom
say
Selleck.
this: yes, spiritual successor. Going to #1. Greg, what's your #2 pick?
So you're going to tell me you're bolding Full House in at #1.
Yeah, until you say something better.
I'm going to sing it, and you're going to need to join me, all
Give it
right?
to me.
Standing tall on the wings of my dreams. Perfect Strangers
Yeah.
started TGIF.
Oh man, this is one of the ones I was talking to Andrea about. I don't know.
Strangers started the archetype that everyone will follow. Cousin Balky begets Urkel. Perfect Strangers itself begets Family Matters. It was a spin-off of that. Perfect Strangers starts it all, and it's just a relatable tale. Here we are. I'm Larry. I'm sick of being in Wisconsin. I'm moving to the big city of Chicago because Wisconsin
Cousin Larry.
sucks.
Does he have a cousin?
He moves there, and guess what? On his doorstep, Cousin Balky.
Yeah.
Bronson Pinchot, who for years you would think had a crazy accent, did not.
Nope.
That
No
was
accent
acting.
whatsoever.
That was acting, Joey. How far did fucking John Stamos act in Full House?
John Stamos, they didn't act. Well, first off, when they hired John Stamos, they were like, we don't need you to act. Just be John Stamos. And he goes, have mercy. And they all went,
Exactly.
Put it down. We're in a public
again,
setting.
He also
We're in
had
a
a cool
public setting.
band. Had a cool band.
Jesse and the fucking Spanos.
Have mercy, catchphrases, right? Perfect Stranger starts all this without even trying, right? Remember the happy dance?
What was it? What did he always say?
Now we're so happy, it's time for the happy dance, and he did his little jig.
What did Bronson Pinchot have? He had a catchphrase, didn't he? What? Or some shit like that. Get out! What up?
He talked about goats a lot.
He did talk
That was
about
his
goats
big
a lot.
thing, you know what I mean? Because he was from the country. It's a story we can all
Remember what
connect
country
to.
he's from?
I'm bad at the Greek words. It's like myopol.
Very close. Glad I didn't pick that trivia question.
What was it?
Oh, I don't know. I didn't pick it. It was like Mythos or some shit. It was a fictional town. It wasn't a real town.
Well, I think it had the Greek influence. Though.
Yeah. Oh no, he was very Greek. Yeah,
Yeah,
he was
yeah,
super
yeah,
Greek.
yeah.
You know who
love-
else is Greek?
What's that?
Jesse Katsopoulos.
Why is it all about Uncle Jesse? You know what I mean?
Stamos is great. She's
If
making
Full
a good
House
point.
is so great, why couldn't it have its own cast of characters to stand on outside of just Uncle Jesse? We had
hard.
Larry, we had Cousin Balky,
Yeah.
we had Harriet, who then got spun off into her own show that gave us Urkel. That's a sitcom right there. That's Start. You know what I mean? You want to compare it to this with its laugh tracks and all this stuff. They didn't know what they were doing at the time,
Yeah.
and they made magic. All right, they didn't have a template to follow like Full House did.
Template.
Listen,
Perfect Strangers is the template.
the Ace Man is nothing if not a person who is a man of his word. Okay.
Let me paint you a picture. Let me paint you a picture. Every Friday, Johnny Ace, you
Yeah.
know what happened?
Ace Man.
Big old Jamie Kennedy, number
Yeah.
one crane operator, Greg Miller. They'd go out, they'd get a pizza in my dad's truck, they'd come back, and we'd sit there in the kitchen. Americana style.
You're just trying to eat my
in there.
story
This is
now.
real though. It's true. Where we'd sit there and then watch on the little television we had in the kitchen.
Did
TGIF.
Did they get you chicken McNuggets too sometimes?
No, they got me pizza. They get a pizza with a whole bunch of
nuggets,
stuff,
though.
and then I would usually do. These are all thin crust pizzas, right?
Yeah.
I would do a thin crust, cheese, garlic. I like the crushed garlic all over it. You know what I mean? It was just all
As a
sloppy.
child?
Yeah.
This is hard.
I just have a rebuttal real quick.
Yeah, go for your
I
button.
think it's rebuttal. You got
Here's
put
the
in
thing. Full House, so beloved that they wanted to bring it back. Whether or not that was good, questionable. Did they ever want to reboot Perfect Strangers?
No, it's same thing.
Because no one really cares about it.
Johnny, should we reboot Back to the Future? No, it was a perfect movie, and Perfect
was
Strangers is a
perfect.
perfect TGIF show.
And
No
at that
way
point,
it's
also, he had
perfect.
gone on to do a few roles, and he was just too big. Bronson Pinchot, way too big for Perfect Strangers.
I remember when he popped back up in Lois and Clark. I was like, is that not dead?
He had a great cameo in Beverly Hills Cop where he played like the art guy,
yeah.
where he's like a lineman twice.
Yeah.
And he's like, no, I'm okay. He's
Look at
Surge, he played Surge.
Debatable
And then they
Beverly
brought him
Hills Cop.
back in 3, and it was bad. It was bad. Surge did not need to come back.
Mm.
Perfect Strangers. Shit, Kevin. You know I bolded Full House for a reason.
Yeah, but the
'Cause it's
bowl
the
really
best.
looks ugly, so I undid it.
Okay, you went and did it. So Kevin undid the bowl. We're going to put Perfect Stranger #1. That's where it's going to go.
That's some major bullshit.
You don't respect your Full House. No,
You
your
don't
your
get- it's
TGIF
about-
history.
Listen, it's
No, that's
lineage.
some bullshit.
History,
It's
ladies
about
and gentlemen.
lineage, Joe.
That's
and as an
some
older
bullshit.
person here in the office who doesn't understand a lot of things, Perfect Strangers is an almost perfect show.
That's like not even true.
Can we fix that though a little bit? It's
not
just
even
I don't like the
Yeah.
formatting here. I don't like the formatting. Let's take a second here. Let's take
We're
a
just
second.
taking a break while you
Joey,
format.
no, Greg, you're up next. What's your next pick?
How are you? How's this how the show works?
It goes back and forth.
God,
We
can
don't
you
really
watch
know,
it?
Joe.
Can you just watch? Can
Nobody
somebody watch this
watches
show?
I feel like the rules change every time.
That's also true.
There
That's
are
also
no
very
rules.
fair.
There are no rules. Come out hot.
Patrick Duffy.
Yeah.
Damn it.
Suzanne
Yeah.
Summers.
Yeah.
Christine Lakin, who you've met, or Johnny Ace hasn't met, but Nick Scarpino
No,
wants.
Nick met her. Super confusing.
Let's just talk about step by step, please. Step by step, day by day. Day by day. You want to talk about a fucking awesome show that we remember to this day fondly because of the theme song,
Yeah.
because of the shenanigans they got. Because here's what it was.
Suzanne Summers, perfect mom.
We had, of course, lived through all eras of time at this point, right?
Yeah.
Lots of things had happened.
Yeah,
There
there's
have
lots
been-
of stuff.
There have been some
We lived through the
wars.
entirety of the 80s.
There had been some
The Cold War is
wars, a lot
over.
of presidents.
Berlin
you know what I
Wall
mean?
had fallen.
Yeah, there was rumors of a 9/11, but we didn't know about it yet. What we needed in these 90s, right, was a family that reflected our values and the people we saw every day.
Yeah.
We needed a modern Brady brunch.
We did.
And that is, I said
Brady brunch. A Brady brunch also fun.
That'd be great.
Yeah.
That's what Step by Step was.
Yeah.
Two divorced folks coming on in.
Yeah.
Hey, we're gonna get together. We're gonna have this cousin Cody live in a van. We're gonna have Al over here. She's a
Questionable choice.
tomboy. Well, yeah, that doesn't pan out in real life too well. But like, we got the nerd son. We got the cool son. What kind of shenanigans? We're gonna have a grandmother in season 1. She's gonna disappear. The intro is gonna have one of the worst effects of all time of water rolling up to the things. Like, that's in the middle of Wisconsin. What are you
I
talking
am
about?
impressed by how much you know about this show.
Come on now.
I'm going to say this, Step by Step, good show, but just a far cry away from Full House. It's going to go in at #3.
Ouch.
Number 3.
Ouch.
Not bad.
understandable.
We'll see if it
I'll
can
take
make the
it.
top
I'll take
5
it for
list.
now, but ouch.
Right now, 3-2. Joe, what's your next pick?
Ace, I have a question for you. Do you mind if I call you Ace? Is that okay?
Yeah, it's my preferred nomenclature.
Why didn't you tell me? I've been on a lot of shows with
Nomenclature?
you.
You can
never
call
told
me
me.
Mr. Ace.
Oh.
We're gonna talk about
MD, Dr. Ace.
we're gonna talk about a
Sir
show
Dr. Ace.
that I think you're gonna have a tie to. It's gonna be a little bit of a walk.
Okay, give us
We're
a-
gonna talk about Family Matters.
Okay.
How do you feel about Reginald Val Johnson?
I mean, let me ask you this question. Was he one of the 2 leads in the best movie ever made, Die Hard?
Yes, he was.
He was.
He was.
I see where you're going with this. Damn it, trump card, Die Hard.
I'm trying, you know? I'm trying. Not only
I don't know what's to
was
do about this.
Family
Greg, I don't know what's
so good. You got a great family dynamic. You have one of the best, most annoying TV characters.
Urkel.
Urkel. Urkel was iconic. He's an
Not
icon.
to mention, he transcended characters. He's in Madonna, Cher Echelon with the one name. All you have to say is Urkel.
Stefan.
That's the second best part is when he turns into Stefan Urkel and he gets all suave. It's great.
Think about it this way, Ace. The show's called Family Matters.
Yeah.
But like in season 2, it just becomes the Urkel show.
Yeah.
They forget about the family.
That happened.
No, they have the whole family.
Family members just start
Well, again, it's
disappearing.
because Reginald Bell Johnson was too busy with the Die Hard
No,
franchise.
he was there the whole time. He was Urkel's foil. Every week he did something
awesome.
and like that was the thing. We're gonna look at these shows.
Oh wait,
right?
I have no. It's my turn again.
Yeah, it's her turn again.
Considering how much love you have for Perfect Strangers, also a spin-off of Perfect Strangers, so it does have the lineage that you keep referring
You're making
to.
a lot of great points here.
And it also has really great. Everything about it's great.
Do you remember the episode where Urkel got the little car that he had to open up from the front and get into? Classic Urkel.
Here's the problem.
Classic Urkel.
You look at what's on there already. Perfect Strangers, Full House, Step by Step. Every one of these shows has
3
trials.
out of the 7 TGIF shows that were actually TGIF shows.
They all have struggles. They all have their moments to overcome these things. Family Matters wasn't that.
Yeah.
Family Matters was let's try to give your beloved Reginald Bill Johnson a heart attack every episode.
Yeah.
Carl Winslow.
Well, he ate poorly.
Because fucking Steve is just annoying him. It was like this
But
is like
he
when
doesn't
you
have a good family.
This is the
he loves
if
the
Perfect
family
Strangers
unit.
was the precursor to TGIF sitcomming. Family Matters was the precursor to watching people get kicked in the balls in those prank videos. Because that's all this was.
Yeah.
Let's torture this poor man and his family.
Well, speaking of prank videos.
Steve would be in jail nowadays, all right, for the way he lusted after that Reginald Bell Johnson's daughter. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He didn't take no for an answer. That was a problem.
I don't remember any of that.
I don't either.
But I will say this.
Really? That was like Steve's defining character. He was like in love with the daughter. Laura, is that right?
But did he do some creepy stuff?
Family
Yes,
Matters.
he wouldn't give up.
Because Family Matters has ties to both Perfect Strangers and the greatest action movie ever made, Die Hard, we're going to put Family Matters right below Full House at number 3, knocking Step by Step down to number 4. This is anyone's game right now. It is 2-2, ladies and gentlemen, going into the bottom 9 of the second 9 of round 1. Let's see, Joe, what's your next pick?
Oh man. Okay, I'm gonna go
What?
This show.
It's tough.
with a show that I don't know. It's just an iconic show.
Yeah.
One of the best
Let's go.
TV relationships of all time. Boy Meets World.
Boy Meets World.
You have Corey and Topanga, a love story for the times.
Yeah.
Defining.
Yeah.
You have Mr. Feeney, one of the best mentor characters, great representation of a dedicated teacher and school administration.
Yeah.
You got where are the rest
Was
of my
this
notes?
technically a TGIF
It
show?
was
It was
technically a TGIF show.
Seems real
You've got
memorable to you, huh, Ace?
Eric?
Seems real memorable to you.
You got the older brother Eric
Yeah.
with his Feeney, all of that
Is he the one
stuff.
that had the drug problem? Did someone have a drug problem?
No,
in
that
this?
was Cody back.
Yeah,
in,
that was Cody. That was the
in
van
Step by
guy in
Step.
Step by Step.
Okay.
Nah,
You
that's
got
not,
Ryder Strong, Sean,
Sean
the best
Hunter.
friend, the troubled, who also just craved that family.
Minkus, he
Family
was
Union.
annoying.
None of this is ringing a bell, I'll be honest with you. Boy Meets
How did
World.
you not watch
Just
Boy Meets
because
World?
I think it was the
They
tail.
also had really great college years.
I feel like
which it's very hard
Boy
to do
Meets World
shows.
was the tail end of the TGIF. When I was
When I was running out of gas.
when I was like, I'm kind of over this, and they were like, let's try to
so
get
good.
one of the Savage
It's
brothers to
so
come in and
good.
save this
We
fucking
grew
show.
up with these kids.
And it's stinky. We're gonna put Boy Meets World at
10.
number 5.
Oh.
No, I was gonna put it at number 10, but I don't want it to knock that far down the list. We'll see how far it
so
gets.
disrespectful.
Let me
to Corey.
cleanse your palate,
Topanga.
Johnny Ace, with one MJH, Melissa Joan Hart,
Yes.
and Sabrina,
Yes.
the Teenage Witch.
Yes.
Let's have a romp on TGIF. Let's have some fun. All these things are family things. They're all tied into our world. It's all very realistic, with the exception of most of Urkel stuff later on. Sabrina the Teenage Witch comes out, and guess what? She's a witch. She finds out on her 16th birthday. She's a witch.
Yeah.
Salem the cat can talk. He's got the voice of Lex Luthor from the Superboy
Yeah.
TV show. And we're just along for the ride in the wackadoo adventures of her world, right? She's turning people into frogs. She's flying around the room.
She does. She flew
Did
out
you
of the
ever
room.
watch Sabrina?
I didn't either, but this show sounds awesome. This show sounds great.
I don't know that any of that is true.
Which part?
Any of it?
Definitely
Flying around.
Salem.
Yeah, I will give you that. I don't know that she turned anyone into frogs or flew around her
No,
room.
definitely she turned people into frogs. Come on, Joey. You know what I mean?
There was at least one frog-related episode, Joe. You know?
Was it about her turning people into frogs? I don't think so.
I don't know.
By
You're
accident.
making stuff up.
Joey, as Greg's
not what
attorney,
happened.
this is our story. We're sticking with this. Somebody got turned into a frog on that show.
I haven't Googled Sabrina the Teenage Witch Frog. On top of that, though, she lives with her 2 aunts.
Yeah.
And they are awesome actresses.
They're funny aunts.
Names I don't remember.
Who cares?
But you remember they were funny, they were a loving home, but they mixed it in with Supernatural.
Yeah.
There you go! See, motherfucker! First kiss, 1997. As Sabrina and Harvey grow closer, her aunts reveal that when a witch kisses a mortal for the first time, the mortal turns into a frog.
Yeah.
Unable to stop herself, she turns Harvey into a frog. And that was the thing.
Yeah.
Harvey was bumming around. Shut up, it's my time. Harvey was bumming around, right? Just a normal guy in a wackadoo world out there having a way. There it is. See, however, Sabrina kisses Harvey and must find a way to change him back. It was finally something that spoke to our generation, Ace. Guess what?
Yeah. Yeah.
I want to see Melissa Joan Hart. I want to see her as a witch. I want to see inside her bedroom. I want to see her live out her life with these people, go to school and everything. Yeah. That's what it gave us.
I mean, it was hard. This is a hard one. Never watched Sabrina, but do love
Did
it.
I just sell?
You sold it to me, first off. And I'm a huge fan, as we know, of The Chilling Adventures of Sabrina, which is an offshoot of it, obviously.
Of
We wouldn't
course.
have that without
Alternate
it.
universe.
We're
Tomorrow,
gonna put Sabrina the Teenage Witch number 5. Bumping Boy Meets World down to number 6.
Fair. It's fair.
I thought I was gonna go way higher than
I
that.
thought so too. I really did think I was going to do
No, it's gonna go right there.
That's fine. I'm not arguing.
Largely because when I think of TGIF shows, I think of the family dynamic. Sans frogs. Frog, you're adding a lot of more dimensions to it. It was like the second wave of TGIF shows.
Okay.
But also, again, never seen Boy Meets World. Don't believe it's a real show.
Sure.
Still don't believe it's true.
So
You see what I'm saying?
This is awful.
There it is. There it is.
Thank you, Kevin.
So now do I go
appreciate
again?
it.
Is that what's happening?
Let me for the audio listeners,
I got
here's
it.
how the score sits right now. Perfect Strangers at number 1, that's Greg. Full House, number 2, that's Joe. Family Matters coming in number 3, that's Joe as well. Step by Step, Greg, and Sabrina the Teenage Wolf rounding out the top 5. Which? Sabrina the Teenage Witch. That's Greg. It's 3-2.
Not even a show.
Oh my god, it was Sabrina the Teenage Wolf. Not even Wolf Woman or whatever, it's just a wolf.
This is some weird like witch teen
Would have been a
wolf
lot cheaper
crossover.
to cast a wolf than Melissa Joan Hart. Joe, what's your next pick? Or was it
I
you?
have just no.
That's
I think
Joe.
it's
Let's
me.
give it to
I
Joe.
have not that many options left. Let me be real.
Oh, you don't know the bench then.
I'm gonna go with another classic childhood Joey favorite, dinosaurs. Dinosaurs.
Not the mama.
Not the mama.
Not the mama.
I'm the baby. Gotta love me.
Just a terrifying show.
Terrifying. I had the baby with a pull string in the back, and it would say all its catchphrases. My dad hated it.
Who-
It's in the garage in my parents' house still, I think.
Please bring it. Please
Who
bring
at
it.
the oh my god, yes.
Yeah.
Who at the network was like, guys, we gotta fucking shake things up.
Yeah.
We need full puppet animatronic
Jim
dinosaurs. Was it Jim Henson?
I mean, it was a Jim Henson thing. Yeah.
What a terrifying show. What a just
Super
a terrifying
terrifying.
show.
Can we
Just-
talk about
we can
Jessica
talk about it all.
Walters
Yeah.
in there as
Yeah.
one of the voices? Sally Struthers in there as one of the voices. You had the cool son with the jacket, much like the cool jacket
Letterman
you're wearing
jacket.
right now.
This is not my choice. I'm actually brought to you by PlayStation Japan.
Oh,
today.
wow.
Oh, they sponsored you?
No, they just bought me.
Oh.
They bought
Oh,
me
they just
today.
bought you.
They bought.
Yeah, you
I
can
didn't know
buy
that
the
was
you
a
can buy
thing.
the Ace for it if you got the funds.
Not the mama. I'm the baby. Gotta love me. It was a classic.
It is a classic.
Real dark ending, which was a
They all die.
lot for a
they were in.
kid show.
Didn't the meteorite strike
Yeah.
and they
It
all
was coming.
die?
Yeah, it was coming.
Earl
It was about
just
to
trying to
crash.
make his way in the world, providing for his family, knocking down those trees.
It was
you
very
know?
much a Flintstones-esque show. Dinosaurs, great classic show. Not my favorite. Going in at number 7.
Okay.
Going in at number 7.
That's fair.
Still makes the list, but
Thank you.
so does everything you guys choose.
I dodged a fucking bullet there because I was totally ready to argue for dinosaurs.
You're gonna do it.
That's my man, Ace. That's my
Okay, there
man,
it
Ace.
is.
Mr. Ace.
Greg, what do you got for me?
Let's talk. You want to talk about?
Do I get it
cast-
twice? Is that how it works?
No. You want to talk about cast
Hey!
of characters, right? You want to talk about revolutionizing TV forever?
Yeah.
I'm gonna throw 2 numbers. No, 3. Well, 4 numbers. 2. Let's talk about 2020.
2020?
Now, I know what you're thinking. I know what Joey wants to argue. I know what the audience is thinking.
Yeah.
2020, a news program,
Yeah.
right? How's that TGIF? It ended TGIF.
We are desperate.
TGIF.
We are desperate right now.
TGIF passed the baton to Barbara Walters,
2020.
to Hugh Downs,
Yeah.
to John Stossel.
Yeah.
And you might say again,
The classic cast of TGIF 2020.
you might say, I'm serious though, I'm dead serious. You might say that doesn't fall into the TGI's category. It was the baton pass where and we'll see you next week. And then 2020 would pick it up. And I hung out, ladies and gentlemen. Did that maybe inspire me to become a journalist? Maybe, who knows? But I was there when Barbara Walters says, please, please, always cook your burgers well done. I was there when John Stossel was out there trying to get into fucking vaults and shit and talking to people.
All right,
This
stop
wasn't
it.
even
That's
as cool
enough.
as 60
That's enough.
minutes. It didn't
Whoa!
Didn't have a
2020
cool
was
clock.
cooler than 60 minutes.
Kevin,
cool.
no, not even going on the list. That's not even going to make the fucking list. We're going to just
Wow.
keep a spot open at number 10 for 2020 or for another
fine.
future. Joe, what do you got for me next?
Is this my last pick?
Yes.
I don't know. Yes,
Yeah.
it is.
Okay. Mr. Ace, I just have a question for you.
You got
Are
a
the-
lot of questions, and I got a
know.
lot of answers, Joe.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
You're welcome.
The rules for Debatable, do you think that they're rules or they're more like guidelines?
I think they're more like the ingredients in the back of a cereal box that none of us ever read.
Perfect. I have a proposition for you. There's
I mean,
a
for
show.
Christ's sakes, he just tried to argue 2020 was a fucking TGIF
There's
show.
a show
Yeah.
that was so iconic during this time period that it should have been in TGIF.
Oh my god! Oh my god!
So I'm gonna present you with
you don't do
Growing Pains.
Yeah.
Show
Yes.
me that smile. Ooh, show me that smile.
Don't waste another minute on you crying. I will say this: Growing Pains definitely going on the list. Why not?
Thank you.
Shouldn't been a TGIF show.
Right?
Maybe it was 5-10 years beforehand. Who the hell knows? It doesn't matter.
Was he on the
knows?
network?
Yeah, anyway, it probably wasn't on the same network. It doesn't matter. But I'll argue for it. Let's put it on the list at number 8. How about that?
I didn't even get to finish my.
You
I
don't even-
apologize.
You
Go
don't even
ahead.
need to, apparently.
We got Alan Thicke
Yeah.
as Hot Dad Alan
Right.
Thicke. You have the mom. whose
Was he
name-
hot dad Robin Thicke? Alan Thicke?
He was definitely a hot dad.
Was he?
Yeah.
Okay.
You got our good friend Ashley Johnson.
Yeah.
You've got an incredible theme song, arguably one of the best theme songs of this
No,
era
easily the
TV
best
show.
TV theme song ever.
I don't know if you've heard this, but Andy and Nick do a killer harmonization.
Nick is a
for
great
it.
guy. You guys
So
don't give him
good.
enough
It's
credit for how much he
iconic.
carries this
And I think
show.
that should have some weight in where it places on this.
Here's what we're gonna do.
be
We're gonna
honest.
put Growing Pains in at number 8, but Kev, we're gonna put it in with an asterisk. Do you understand that? So that everyone else knows out there, it's not a TGIF show, but we are running low on shows right now. So it's just gonna go with an asterisk at number 8. We got one more pick. Greg, what do you got for me?
8 simple rules for dating my teenage daughter. I'll be damned, Nick, if we're not going to put the late, great John Ritter on this. Died, pretty much he filmed an episode, then didn't feel well, went to the hospital and died.
Yeah.
They had to carry on without him.
Sad.
But with the show, when he was on it, that first season, into when he passed away, great stuff. You know what I mean? It made sense again. Katie Seagal, right?
Love her.
Mrs. Bundy herself there. Peggy Bundy
Was
has
she
to
on
be
that
there.
show?
Yeah, she was the, wait, which one?
Katie Seagal.
Well, yeah, but I mean, which show? Do you know?
No, I know she was on Married with Children. But
She was on. She was the wife in this.
Oh, I didn't know
And this
that.
was her first thing after Married with Children, where I was like, oh my god,
okay.
look at she's cool. And she as a kid, you got acting chops.
Got it.
But she's there, right? You got John Ritter. You got the girl from Big Bang Theory. Anybody help me out with that one? The blonde girl
I
from
know,
Big
but
Bang
I'm not
Theory.
gonna
Haley,
tell you.
Nailed it, exactly, crushed it. And guess what? She's an attractive girl, so there have to be rules for dating her.
Yeah.
This all stems from, of
Stay
course,
away from my daughter. I'll fucking shoot you
we
in the
can
head.
all sit. Well, that is a
That's what I tell
rule.
you.
That
Maybe
is a
just let
rule.
the daughter
Rule
do
number
what she
1.
wants to do.
That's a
Touch my
rule.
daughter, you
Maybe
fucking
just let the
die.
daughter do what she wants to
Best
do.
You know what?
virgin.
It was in
Send
that
her to
you'd
Wakanda.
say yes, but if your dad was as lovable as John Ritter, you know what I mean? He's out
I think
there.
my dad's pretty lovable.
This is Jack Tripper. No?
Thank you.
Yeah.
That's right. No, you nailed it. Yeah. Can we
Yeah.
get Three's Company on
Yeah.
this list?
Yeah.
Can we do 8 simple rules / Three's Company?
Ladies and gentlemen, number 9, 8 simple rules / Three's Company. Here's what we're gonna do for right now. We're just
First
gonna
off,
put 8 simple rules at number 9 and Three's Company at number 10 because we need number 10 spot.
why
How about
not?
that?
I'm just gonna throw this out there. Why not put 8
No,
simple rules at
no.
number 8 when it was on this network and it was a TGIF show?
You know what?
I'm not trying to make away from
You know what?
No.
You're making good points. You're making good
Thank
points.
you.
8 simple rules, number 8. We'll put Growing Pains at number 9 and then Three's Company since it was a good, solid decade
What-
before.
what a show.
A
What a
solid
show.
decade
You're
before.
giving him an extra show.
Did I?
I'm not gonna
Well, no,
argue
he
to get it all
argued-
the way up. Don't worry about
He
it.
brought in Barbara Walters, and I think that means we have to
Barbara
take
Walters.
another look at his choices. Okay, Joe.
What's wrong with Barbara Walters?
Nothing. She's very serious, and I think it warrants another look at his shows. Why do you not like Hugh Downs?
Yeah, what's your problem with Hugh Downs, all right?
It's no 60 Minutes. I'm just.
It was better than 60 Minutes.
It was way better.
I'm Andy Rooney. I'm mad at
This
now. I
was
can't see
this was
past
a
my
new
face.
show for me, my generation. 60 Minutes was for Grandma's generation.
Ladies and gentlemen, the list stands after round 1. Perfect Strangers, Full House, Family Matters, Step by Step, and Sabrina the Teenage Wolf rounding out number 5, followed by Boy Meets World, Dinosaurs, 8 Simple Rules for Dating My Hot Teenage Daughter, Growing Pains with an
Johnny.
asterisk. And we just threw out Three's Company there because I want everyone to just remember the theme song. Come and knock on my door.
Come and knock on our door.
We've been waiting for you.
We've been waiting for you, where the kisses are hers and his.
Three's Company too. Do you think, how much sex do you think Jack Tripper had in his life? I don't think it's a lot.
The character?
Yeah,
or
the character.
Oh, a lot.
Do you think so?
Yeah, don't you?
lot?
Right?
Yeah, I mean, he had a new girl every show.
back to round 2, ladies and gentlemen, the Wheel of Fate. Here's how it's going to go. Thanks to your help over on patreon.com/kindoffunny. You guys are back to the bronze tier. You get to submit some of your suggestions for shows that either of these contestants get to argue. You guys have gone over there. You did it. You gave us a list of a bunch of them. And now, who's trailing behind? Joe, you're trailing behind, so you get to go first.
I currently am in top 5, 3-2.
It's 3-2.
Yeah.
So Joe, you are you're trailing, so you get to spin the wheel first, and I'll let you know who you're going to be arguing for. You're arguing for Jesus Gonzalez Jr.
Okay. Number 12.
Wait, what? How's that work? Oh, I see how you're doing it. My apologies.
12.
No, he was the one that submitted it. Excuse me.
Yeah.
Number 12. Hanging with Mr. Cooper.
Oh boy, let's talk about hanging with Mr. Cooper.
Let's do it.
This is a group of people that are living in a house. And he was a PE teacher.
Oh,
and he
okay,
was
for a second
living-
I was like, she's never seen it.
I thought she was. Yeah.
You forgot, okay.
He's a PE teacher
Yeah.
living with another teacher.
Yeah.
And it's
No.
a classic.
Yeah, I think it was.
It's another teacher.
I forget
Or a
the-
principal? Maybe she's
Who
principal.
was the actress's name in that? It wasn't Robin Givens, it was Robin something.
Not found. I wasn't a big Mr. Cooper fan.
Damn it.
But it was iconic. We can agree
Kevin,
with that.
can you Google the cast of Hanging with Mr. Cooper, please?
Yeah, give me 2 seconds.
Well, you have a second. Rebuttal, or just argue for that and get it on the list for yourself.
I mean, you want to talk about hanging with if you want to talk about hanging with Mr. Cooper, right?
Yeah, yeah.
What it did was give all of us someone else to look up to, right? Mr. Cooper, of course, salt of the earth teacher.
You never watched it either, did you? You never watched it.
Holly
Robinson.
Pete.
It used to be she used to be Holly Robinson. That's who she used to be. God, yeah. Mark Curry as Mr. Cooper. Mark Cooper. What was the plot of this show?
Storyline, go back down.
Dennis
Storyline, Mr. Mark Cooper is a single high school teacher and basketball coach living in Oakland, California. Between coaching, teaching, dealing with neighborhood struggles, and living with 2 beautiful female roommates. Wait, what? Mr. Cooper keeps a humorous, positive outlook on life and provides advice and fun to the many people in his life that he encounters.
At least I knew that he was a PE teacher coach.
Yeah,
I did too. I said that.
Did you?
Hanging with
I think
Mr.
I said
Cooper.
first.
It definitely should be on the list. So
But
what we're gonna
it's better than Three's Company. You're telling me it's better than Growing Pains?
No, it's not
Get
better
outta
than
here.
Growing Pains, but it is. We got to knock Three's Company off the list. So we're gonna put that at number 10. Hanging with Mr. Cooper. That's where that's gonna go. Fine. Hanging with Mr. Cooper. There it is. Greg, give it a spin. You're spinning for Andrew Manthorn. You're spinning for one of his picks.
7.
Number 7 is already on the list. So
Should I argue to move it up?
this is the hard thing.
Can I
'cause-
pick-
Why don't you just pick another one on his list?
No, because everything else is on his list. This is a first for this.
Well, are you
Everything else
cheating?
is on the list
Excuse me,
already.
you're
I'm
cheating.
seeing what we can do here.
But we have 3 that you could argue for, but they're just not going to make the list because they're not TGIF shows. So I'm going to.
Well, I have
more TGIF.
I have
No.
TGIF.
Here's what we're going to do. Thank you to Andrew Manthorn. We're going to go back to Jesus Gonzalez's list, and you're going to argue Sister.
Oh! Tia and Tamara, you kidding me? Sister.
There it is.
What a jam. These 2 twins. Now, it's understandable. We're in a different time now. The internet makes it easy. Back in the day, twins, that was like a sideshow act. You kidding me right now?
Freaks.
You saw it.
Kill them all.
I think-
Spray them down with Uzis.
I'm pretty sure my old grandfather died when he saw
Yeah, no.
the car.
Here's the view. You see 2 of them, you go, the world doesn't need both.
Yeah,
You
exactly.
kill one of them.
No,
you gotta
he
kill
just
one
couldn't
of
believe
them.
what he saw.
Yeah.
This was a great story of these 2 sisters, being in school together
Yeah.
and just being the same looking person.
Yeah.
And it was like, man, the shenanigans they could get into, whether it was at the school sock hop or the newspaper.
Yeah, you had me all the way until the sock hop. You've never seen Sister, have you? Joe, rebuttal.
Let's talk about Sister.
Give it to me.
Tia and Tamara, another
Yeah.
really good theme song. Sister, never know how much I miss you. Because, as all Sister fans know, they were twins, separated at birth, that got adopted by 2 other families, and then they run into each other at the mall, and they're like, holy shit, I didn't know that I had a twin sister.
Joe,
and
you're
then
crushing this.
the mom of one of them was going to move somewhere else for a job, and the dad from the other one was like, hey, if you don't do that, why don't you move in with me so the girls can get to know each other and actually form these relationships and wade through the craziness of high school together. It was a great show.
Did they
This is
ever
a
go to the
great
sock
show.
hop though, or the newspaper? Come on, I was there.
I don't know that sock hops were relevant in the 1990s, so
Guess we
I'm
grew up
not
with
sure that
different
they
names.
went there. They also had special guest stars like Taj Mowry, who was on Smart Guy. That was his little brother.
Oh.
And Brittany Murphy was
Well,
also
now,
a
was
guest star.
Sister
Brittany Murphy.
an actual TGIF show?
It was.
Was it? Okay. So it definitely deserves to be on this list. We're going to knock off Growing Pains. Yeah.
Knock
But
it
we're
down?
gonna,
Okay.
We're going to put Sister at number 7, knocking dinosaurs
Oh, okay.
down.
Wow.
So that's a lot for
No,
you.
Kevin
there,
did it
Kev.
right. Yeah. So then just
There you
paste it in
go.
there.
There you go. Here we are. And we're going to take a look at this final top 10 list as it stands
Nailed it.
right now. Let's bring this up. Perfect Strangers at number 1, Full House, number 2, Family Matters, number 3, Step by Step, number 4. That's a good list.
Yeah.
Right there.
Yeah.
I did a great job. Sabrina, the Teenage
You
Witch,
suck.
rounding out number 5. A lot of people are going to give me shit for that because they probably think, Boy Meets World, this is how I figured out how to talk. Doesn't matter. Didn't have a fucking frog. Greg brought a good point.
Nailed
Didn't have a
it.
frog. Didn't have a
Nailed
frog.
it.
Then, of course, Boy Meets World number 6, Sister number 7, Dinosaurs number 8, 8 Simple Rules for Dating My Smoking Hot Teenage Daughter at number 9, and then number 10, Hanging with Mr. Cooper. I like this list. Gonna be hard to argue to get something else on here. But Greg, and it pains me to say,
Yeah.
you are winning.
Yeah, but this is how it always goes. Then
3-2.
Aces Wilds fucks me over. I don't get
3-2.
it. I don't get it for some reason. Or they fucking, you give them 2 follow-ups and they get it and screw it.
Yeah.
up.
Okay.
Bullshit. It's a
Now,
dumb
Joe,
fucking show.
we're going into the Aces Wild round. Now, I know you don't watch this show. I barely pay attention to it.
Yeah.
But what this round is I'm going to ask you a trivia question. If you get that
We love
trivia question,
trivia.
you get to steal one of his picks in the top 5 or move something around. If you say, hey, this looks great, I can't, in good conscience, do this, I can't steal from Greg because stealing's wrong, then you could bump one of yours up, bump one of his down. Whatever you want to do, you make one change to the list.
Okay.
I would recommend, if I were you, stealing Perfect Strangers if you get this question right. But that's just my personal recommendation to you. This question comes, of course, from Patreon supporter Joseph Wagon. Says, which other
One
character...
Jericho.
What's that?
Might add. It's Jericho.
Oh, what's up, Jericho? Which other character than Sabrina was in every single episode of Sabrina the Teenage Witch?
I'm gonna go with Salem the cat.
Salem the Cat is correct. That
Because
is
I said
correct.
you wouldn't even know Sam the Cat if I didn't say
Yeah,
anything.
That is fair.
Okay, I read the Sabrina comics. Archie, what up?
You don't even know. You don't even know the source material.
That's from Archie.
Fake
You know
fans.
what? That was an easy one.
Yeah, Johnny Getter!
Something
Greg,
you never
I'm going to
watched?
ask you a question to
Fucking
block her
hell.
move.
Okay, good, okay.
Okay. Now here's I'm going to see how close you were paying attention
Oh, shit.
to this show because the answer
no.
has already been said on this show. Who voiced the mom in Dinosaurs?
You did say it,
You said it.
but it was a name I didn't recognize,
Nope.
which is the problem.
You know her. You know the actress.
You'd be surprised.
I know.
Sally Struthers was on the show. I think she was somebody else, though. That's all I got for you.
Sally Struthers is incorrect. Joe, what's the answer?
Jessica Walters.
Jessica
Who
Walters
was
is
she?
correct.
Show me a photo of Jessica Walters.
She's the mom in Arrested
Arrested
Development
Development.
and plays the mom in Archer.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah.
But if you would have said, hey, who's the mom in Arrested Development, I'd be like, I don't know.
Fair point. Joe, 2 for 2. You nailed
Thank
it.
you.
What do you want to change?
I'm not gonna steal any picks.
Okay.
Coward.
But I am gonna move Boy Meets World up because honestly, it's a travesty that's not in the top 5.
That's fair.
I cannot, in good conscience, put it above Step by Step, so it's gonna go right above Sabrina
It's good. Okay, so you're going to put Boy Meets World at number 5.
at number 5.
Now you just made Kevin's day. Because Kevin's like, oh, I love Boy Meets World. I used to
Boy
just
Meets
watch
World's
it all
great.
the time.
It's a
Mr.
great
Feeney was the
movie.
fucking teacher that I
Corey
used to
and
great
Smega
movie.
forever.
Great movie.
Corey
Is
and
that what he
Smega
said?
forever.
We're up against the wall. All right, going into the final round. You know, I got one more trivia question for you.
Thank you.
Jesus Christ.
Thank you.
Jesus Christ. Go to hell, Nick.
I just want people to. I like the trivia questions. You know what I
Sure,
mean?
yeah.
Because I know the answer, so I have all
Yeah,
the
you
power.
feel smart, yeah.
I have all the power.
You don't know the answers, you read the answers.
It's true, that's fair.
Who watched Boy Meets World the most here?
I mean, we both watched it.
I don't know how to do this. Because I
I
want to
don't
ask this
know.
question, but I don't know how to reward you. Kevin, how should I reward
also don't
the
know.
winner of this?
I don't know, just give it to Joey so we can laugh at Greg.
God, that's a good point. That's a good point. I'll tell you this. Actually, here's what we'll do. First person to raise their hand with the correct answer.
Shout it out, shout it
Okay,
out.
here it is. Trivia question. Who cameos on Boy Meets World as the creepy professor that hits on Topanga? Oh, it's a hard one.
Yeah. I got nothing.
Do we need a hint?
Yeah.
Joe, that hand's coming up.
I don't know it.
He is related to the lead actor, Greg.
This would be Fred Savage.
Fred Savage is correct.
Damn it.
Fred Savage is correct for a chance. Nah, you get nothing. I'm not even gonna.
God damn it.
I'm not letting you do it. It's too easy. I gave you the hint. You didn't know. You didn't understand. You didn't understand.
I didn't know. It's fair. I didn't know.
Final round. Final round. Here it is. Final round.
This is the 60-second thing?
Anything goes, 60 seconds. Each contestant gets an opportunity for 60 seconds to argue something, some change on the list. Should it be higher? Should it be theirs? It doesn't matter. Anything goes. Greg, you're now behind, so you get 60 seconds to argue something. Go.
Johnny Ace fixed this travesty and gets Sabrina the Teenage Witch back to number 5. You said it yourself. Boy Meets World, a forgettable show. You don't remember anything about it, but do you remember Melissa Joan Hart? Do you remember her 2 moms? Do you remember Salem the Cat?
Yeah.
Do you remember what it was like to see witchcraft on network television? On top of that, on ABC, you know what I mean? It was there, ladies and gentlemen, to inspire you. It was there to remind you.
He didn't even watch Sabrina. He wasn't inspiring anything.
But he understands he wasn't inspired by Boy Meets World.
I watched The Chilling Adventures of Sabrina, which is the sister show.
And it's pretty much the same thing.
Exact show.
You know what I mean?
Not at all.
I'll flip it this way then. I'll flip it this way, everybody. You watched the sequel to Sabrina. Did you watch Girl Meets World? No, you didn't watch it because you didn't. It was dumb and it was
Didn't
stupid.
even belong
You
on his
didn't
list.
care.
It's okay.
You didn't care. It's. I think my 60 seconds are up.
It's 50 seconds, but you're done. Joe, 60 seconds to argue whatever the hell you want right now. Go.
Step by Step should be mine because this son of a bitch stole it before I could get to it. You have Patrick Duffy, who was on Dallas, which also was freaking fantastic.
Yeah, I already used Duffy.
Greg, also a rookie move that he didn't argue for the Three's Company Association to be with Step by Step.
Oh, I want to play it fair.
Come on. It should have been. But there
Suzanne
are no
Summers,
rules,
the Three's Company.
right?
That's a smart call.
Prime
Smart
association there. You have the 2 families. You have the polar opposites coming from each family coming together,
Modern-day Brady Bunch. Remember when I said that? Same
realizing
thing.
that you do have middle ground and you can be different and you can help each other. And it was a really great uplifting story. They had cute dogs. You had Cousin Cody, who was really fun, and hot Cousin Cody. Let's be real.
We talked about that. Didn't pan out well in real life.
Yeah, but we're talking about the show.
You brought it up when I was arguing.
I don't know if there's any record of that. Then you have the really. They did the carnival in the beginning. Step by Step had a great theme song. No, I'm talking about the carnival. You talked about the water, and they were all having fun as a family on there.
They were at a theme park in
And
Wisconsin.
I just, oh my gosh, go away.
Now, what's amazing about this, Joe, is that all that argument doesn't matter. Because no matter what, you are today's winner. Ladies and gentlemen, Joey has taken it. Joey has taken it. I'm not giving you Step by Step, but you still have 3 in the top 5. You
So
are.
you're just leaving it how it is.
Yeah, I'm going to leave it how it is.
Perfect
This is a great
Strangers,
list.
me. Full House, Joey. Family Matters, Joey. Step by Step, me. Boy Meets World, Joe.
Sabrina the Teenage Witch, number 6. Number 7, Sister
Nobody cares
Sister.
about that, doesn't
Number
it?
8, Dinosaurs. Number 9, 8 Simple Rules to Dating My Just Wantingly Hot Teenage Daughter.
Ooh, fucking fuck.
And then 10, rounding out the top 10, Hanging with Mr. Cooper.
If there's one thing I'd like to set,
Yeah.
right here on the record,
Yeah.
I adore Boy Meets World, but I know that Nick Scarpino, your friend, doesn't like it. That's why I was gonna ride or die hate it this episode. Boy Meets World should 100% be number 1. It's the best TGIF show there ever was.
No, it's dumb.
I don't know.
You're stupid.
It's definitely
That's
top
dumb.
Oh,
5.
good. No, dude.
That's dumb. Ladies and gentlemen, let me know if you agree with Greg or not, and let us know also in the comments of this video which TGIF shows we missed. I think we got them all. I think we got more than all
Life
of
with
them.
Bonnie was when I almost rolled out
God.
Bonnie Hunt.
Yeah, that would have just
My
gotten kicked right
rough
off the
pick was
list.
going to be Making the Band.
That's going to be tough. Thank you all so much for joining us today on Debatable. Remember, we'll be back next Thursday, 11:30ish a.m. PT here on twitch.tv.
Series finale.
Series finale of Debatable. What are we going to debate next week? Should we tease it out?
We joke around a lot about it, but are we actually doing that?
I think
don't
you
know what the
should.
idea is.
You should definitely do that.
Fine, then next week.
No, I don't know. We'll see. We'll talk offline.
All right, fine.
We'll talk offline. Until next week, ladies and gentlemen, get out there and fucking fight the good fight. I love you.